King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom unveil new state portraits in London. Queen Matilda of the Belgians attends the INCIP conference in Leuven. Queen Mary of Denmark holds a meeting in Copenhagen. And King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden host an incoming state visit from the President of Iceland. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. This morning, Their Majesties, King Carl Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden, hosted an incoming state visit from the President of the Republic of Iceland, Halla Tomasdóttir, and her husband Bjorn, in Stockholm. According to a press release from the government of the Kingdom of Sweden, the state visit reaffirms the strong historical ties between the two countries and a, quote, shared vision of a sustainable future in which trade and investment contribute to growth and innovation, end quote. The purpose of the state visit is to strengthen cooperation between Swedish and Icelandic businesses to promote trade, investment, research, and innovation in the green transition and healthcare. The state visit began with Their Majesties formally welcoming the presidential couple to Sweden at His Majesty the King's court stables. Following the traditional carriage procession through the streets of Stockholm to the royal palace, Their Majesties and the presidential couple participated in the traditional welcoming ceremony in the inner courtyard of the palace. After the inspection of the Grenadier Company from the Life Guards, the playing of the national anthems, and the introductions of the Icelandic delegation and members of the Swedish Parliament, Their Majesties and the presidential couple held a photo op for the press in the Victoria Salon. On the occasion of the state visit, the King presented the Order of the Seraphim to the President. The Royal Order of the Seraphim is awarded by the Swedish Royal House, and upon the government's recommendation, preferably to heads of state or persons of equal status in connection with state visits. While the First Gentleman, Bjorn, was appointed Commander of the Grand Cross of the Order of the North Star. In the afternoon, Their Majesties hosted a private luncheon in Princess Sibylla's apartment with Their Royal Highnesses, Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, His Royal Highness, Prince Carl Philip of Sweden, and Her Royal Highness, Princess Madeline of Sweden and her husband, Mr. Christopher O'Neill, in attendance. In the mid-afternoon, the King and the President visited the Coast Guard surveillance vessel KBV 313, while the Queen and the First Gentleman visited the Sylvia Hemet Foundation. The day ended with Their Majesties hosting a gala state banquet in King Carl XI's gallery at the Royal Palace in honor of the presidential couple's state visit to the Kingdom of Sweden. In Copenhagen, His Majesty, King Frederik X of Denmark, participated in the 2025 Danish-Chinese Business Forum at the Carlsberg Museum and Business Center. The purpose of the forum is to promote the exchange of information and contacts among companies, organizations, top executives, and managers who have Danish-Chinese commercial interests. Meanwhile, Her Majesty, Queen Mary of Denmark, as patron, held a meeting with the Executive Director of the United Nations Population Fund, Dr. Natalia Kanem, at Frederik VIII's Palace at Amalienborg. According to the Royal Court of Denmark, during the meeting, the Queen was, quote, briefed on the organization's work in a changing global reality. The agenda included the UNFPA's work on maternal mortality, family planning, combating violence against women, and private sector involvement, end quote. This morning, Her Majesty, Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, attended the opening of the International Network on Cancer, Infertility and Pregnancy Conference at the Catholic University of Louvain. According to a press release, since 2005, researchers and doctors at the KUL have been, quote, studying the effects of cancer treatments given to pregnant women on the health and development of their children. A large number of children are now being monitored in Belgium and in the Netherlands. They regularly undergo clinical and psychological tests to check whether they are developing in the same way as other children. The results are clear. Their physical and mental condition appears to be as good as that of other children. End quote. Topics to be covered during the two-day conference include cancer and pregnancy, fertility and cancer, maternal and fetal health during cancer treatment, innovations in cancer care during pregnancy, and multidisciplinary collaboration in patient care. On Monday, the Queen arrived at the Flege to attend the first session of the Queen Elizabeth competition for piano. On Monday, His Majesty, King Philippe of the Belgians, began his two-day official visit to the Czech Republic at the invitation of the President, Petr Pavel. The King began his visit with a meeting with the President at Prague Castle. This was followed by a visit to the Strahov Monastery and a state dinner in the evening. This afternoon, the King and the President attended a commemoration ceremony on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Pilsen. Pilsen, one of the last battlefields of World War II in Europe, was liberated by the United States Army's 16th Armored Division with the help of the 17th Belgian Rifle Battalion on May 6, 1945. On Monday, the Maison du Grand-Duc and the Ministry of the State of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg released the details of the change of throne ceremony on Friday, October 3, 2025. The signing of the Act of Abdication by His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg will take place at the Palais Grand Ducal on Friday morning, October 3rd, in the presence of the President of the Chamber of Deputies, Mr. Claude Weiseler, and the Prime Minister of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, Mr. Luc Frieden. This will be followed by the swearing-in of His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg at the Chamber of Deputies, which is a short walk from the Palais Grand Ducal. After the ceremony, the Grand Ducal family will appear on the balcony of the Palais. The public will also have the opportunity to greet the new Grand Ducal couple on Place Guillaume II, where the Council of the Aldermen of the City of Luxembourg will pay tribute to the newly enthroned Grand Duke Guillaume. In the afternoon, the government of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg will host a reception for the institutions and the diplomatic corps with the new Grand Ducal couple in attendance. In the evening, a glittering gala state banquet will be held at the Palais Grand Ducal. The guest list will be announced in due course. Saturday, October 4th, will be a day of celebrations across the Grand Duchy. Residents of the Grand Duchy and the greater region, along with all those who wish to do so, will have the opportunity to greet the new Grand Ducal couple at 3 major public celebrations. The cities include Wiltz, Dudelange, and Luxembourg City. The new Grand Ducal couple will also make stops in Grevenmacher and Steinfort. At 8 p.m. in Luxembourg City, the new Grand Ducal couple will attend a drone show and a concert on the Glacis. On Sunday, October 5th, the Grand Ducal family will attend a Te Deum at the Cathédrale Notre-Dame du Luxembourg. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg presided over the presentation of the Lions Prize 2025 at the headquarters of the State and Savings Bank in Luxembourg City. The winner of the prize went to the nonprofit organization Omega 90. According to the Maison du Grand-Duc, Omega 90 promotes, quote, palliative care and bereavement support. End quote. Also on Monday, Her Royal Highness, Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, visited the Red Cross Sociotherapeutic Center in Kautenbach. According to the Maison du Grand Duke, the center offers tailored education to, quote, primary school dropouts, enabling them to reintegrate into their original classroom. The approach is a part of a participatory parent-child process with supervision provided by a multidisciplinary team. This morning, the Palais Princier de Monaco announced that on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco's accession to the throne, a reception will be held at his request on Saturday, July 19th, 2025, on the Place du Palais. The Sovereign Prince and Princess Charlene of Monaco will welcome all Monégasques to the reception, which will be held from 7 p.m. until 10:30 p.m. Last Wednesday in Monte Carlo, Her Royal Highness, Princess Caroline of Hanover, as patron, attended a charity dinner organized by the Monaco Guides and Scouts Association at the Hotel Méridien. The charity dinner raised money for the renovation of a school in Argentina. On the occasion of the second anniversary of the coronation, Their Majesties, King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, unveiled two new portraits in the Central Hall at the National Portrait Gallery in London. The Coronation State Portrait of the King was created by artist Mr. Peter Kufeld. The Coronation State Portrait of the Queen was created by Mr. Paul S. Benny. According to Buckingham Palace, quote, both artists are known to the King and Queen already, having previously contributed to other royal commissions. End quote. The new state portraits will be on display at the National Portrait Gallery until June 5th, 2025. Thereafter, the portraits will be moved to the throne room at Buckingham Palace. Interesting portraits. I like the other one better, the red portrait. This one, I love this portrait. And finally, Prince Archie of Sussex is celebrating his 6th birthday. Happy birthday, Prince Archie. I hope you had a wonderful day. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, May 7th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, your friends, and of course your pets, a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you'd like, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care and God bless.